Imagine a world where the air is so cold it can freeze your breath mid-exhale. A world where snow and ice stretch endlessly in all directions. Welcome to the Arctic, a land of extremes, where life struggles and thrives in the harshest conditions imaginable. Welcome to life in the Arctic, surviving in extreme cold. Located at the top of the world, the Arctic is a place of startling beauty and brutal cold. Temperatures here can plunge to minus 50 degrees 15 Celsius, and the landscape is covered in ice for most of the year. Yet in this frozen realm, life endures in ways that may surprise you. Located at the top of the world, the Arctic is a place of startling beauty and brutal cold. Temperatures here can plunge to minus 50 degrees Celsius and 58 degrees Fahrenheit, and the landscape is covered in ice for most of the year. Yet in this frozen realm, life endures in ways that may surprise you. Polar bears are expert hunters, and their primary diet consists of seals. They rely on a hunting technique known as still hunting, waiting patiently by a hole in the ice for a seal to surface for air. But the hunt is not always successful. The Arctic environment is harsh, and prey can be scarce. It's a test of endurance and strategy. Seals, on the other hand, have their own ways of coping with the cold. Most species, like the ringed seal, have thick layers of blubber and fur that insulate their bodies, allowing them to float on the ice and dive into the freezing waters without succumbing to hypothermia. But even seals face challenges. Every year, they must contend with predators like polar bears and killer whales. In the Arctic, the light is as extreme as the cold. For months, the region is plunged into complete darkness, while in the summer, the sun never sets, creating an endless twilight that bathes the ice in soft, eerie light. This cycle of light and dark profoundly affects both animals and humans who live in this harsh region. Life in the Arctic is not just about survival in extreme cold, it's about adaptation. Take the Arctic fox, for example. With its fur changing from white in winter to brown in summer, this tiny predator is a master of camouflage. It can survive freezing temperatures by growing a thick winter coat and curling into a tight ball to conserve heat. The Arctic is also home to a remarkable array of migratory birds. Many species, like the snow bunting, spend their summers here, taking advantage of the abundant food supply and 24-hour daylight. These birds have incredible endurance, migrating thousands of miles each year to survive the winter. For humans living in the Arctic, survival is a constant challenge. Indigenous peoples, like the Inuit, have lived here for thousands of years. Their traditional knowledge of the land and animals has allowed them to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The iconic igloo, made from blocks of compacted snow, provides a surprisingly effective shelter from the elements, with an insulating air pocket that keeps the inside warm. The Inuit have developed a deep understanding of their environment. They know the best times to hunt for seals, the safest paths through the ice, and the signs of impending storms. Their clothing, made from animal skins, is designed for maximum warmth and flexibility. The Arctic is a land of constant adaptation, and survival here requires both knowledge and respect for the environment. The Arctic is not only cold, it's dangerous. The blizzards here can appear without warning, with winds strong enough to knock you off your feet and reduce visibility to mere inches. These storms can last for days, and only those with the right skills and equipment can survive them. Yet, life in the Arctic is not limited to the land. Beneath the frozen waters, an entire ecosystem exists, one that thrives despite the darkness and cold. Whales, like the mighty beluga, migrate to the Arctic to feed in the nutrient-rich waters. Fish like the Arctic cod have evolved antifreeze proteins that prevent their blood from freezing, allowing them to survive in waters that are well below freezing. And above all, the Arctic is a land of wonder. The northern lights, or aurora borealis, light up the night sky with brilliant shades of green, pink, and purple, a stunning display of Earth's magnetic field at work. This spectacle has fascinated humans for centuries and remains one of the most beautiful sights on Earth. Today, scientists and researchers are studying the Arctic to understand its delicate ecosystems and how climate change is impacting this frozen world. As temperatures rise and ice melts, the lives of the animals and people here are being increasingly threatened. But even in the face of these challenges, life in the Arctic remains resilient. From the smallest Arctic fox to the towering polar bear, the creatures of this world have adapted in ways that continue to amaze and inspire us. Life in the Arctic is a constant battle for survival, but it's also a place of incredible beauty and adaptability. It's a world where extremes become the norm, and where the harshest environments reveal the most extraordinary forms of life. Thank you for joining us on this journey to the top of the world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who need to see the wonders of life in the Arctic.